turn on your notification bell, you will still get those information you are looking for.
Ebube threatened to bury me alive. Chief Abia Onyuke cries out, talking about the politics of Ebonyi State and the intrigues therein. It happened during the weekend that a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Ebonyi State, Chief Abia Onyuke, was abducted by the Ebube militia, the government militant group, the government executioners in Ebonyi State. They are doing dirty jobs for the government. Of course, there's no two ways about that. And look, this man narrated how this thing happened. Okay, the ordeal he passed through in the hands of these militias. I quote his narrative. I went to buy medicine at the popular Octavia pharmacy at about 8:25 p.m. After buying the drugs, I saw two armed Ebube men enter the pharmacy. They came straight to me. One of them dragged me into their vehicle. They fired gunshots into the air to scare people. They drove me to the old government house and subjected me to torture. I was caned and beaten with wood. They threatened to bury me alive while one of them threatened to shoot at my leg. After about 1 hour of intensive torture, their commander told me to stand up and wear my dress. He said it was a case of mistaken identity. They returned some of my items seized by them, such as my car key, phone, drugs, and ATM. I was then told to go. Later on, I learned that the commissioner of police had ordered that I be released. End of quote. And now this is the narrative. That is what Ebube is doing. Of course, you remember that this Ebube was established in the Southeast Zone to curb menace of Fulani herdsmen, as what they said. These people, the governor said, but we know that they are liars, because they know, or they learned, or they have seen at that moment, that ESN has been established to curb Fulani herdsmen, and our people are being killed, women are being raped in their farms, and so the people of the Southeast were actually in full support of the ESN. So these people wouldn't, in their decoy, they said they have established a Ebube to do the same job ESN has been, established to do, to fight criminals, to fight, criminal elements, particularly intruders into the zone. But what are they doing? When the people of the zone discover that these things are militia, government militia, they are doing more harm, they are causing more damage to the public, to the people of the Southeast, and they called for the disbandment of this secret militia. Yes, it's secret, because what they are doing is secret. It was established by the government of Ebonyi and Imo. But what they are doing is secret, because if you bring up their dirty dealings, their dirty jobs they are doing for these two governments, it will amaze you. And so this is what is happening. They are using it to witch hunt their political opponents. They are using them to do a lot of dirty things in the states where they domicile. The state of Abia, Enugu, and Anambra, these people are not effective. They are not effective at all there. But these two states we just mentioned, Ebonyi and Imo, the two governors of the APC, they have been using Ebube to harass and intimidate their opponents. They have been using Ebube to suppress the agitations in the zone. That's all. The Ebube is not doing anything other than to suppress agitations for the freedom of the Biafrans. That's what Ebube is doing. Simple. That was first reality. So, and also to target the opposition. And that's why people in the PDP who are shouting, Atiku Abubakar, you have seen it. When we are talking about freedom, we are talking about shouting Atiku Abubakar. You have seen what the governor is doing to you, how he's treating you in your own government. Yes, because all of you are the same. APC, PDP, they are the same. In your own one Nigeria. The PDP, they are one Nigeria people. In your own government of Nigeria, where you people are interested in, you have ruled for 16 years before the APC took over. So look at your country, look at what people are doing. A governor of a state is chasing you around, trying to kill you. If not that maybe you are a very influential person and the commissioner of police, has your identity, knows you very well because maybe you have been paying your dues to him, because that's what they're doing. The commissioner of police will be in his office, be collecting money from Yahoo boys, from businessmen who have made their money through, means that you cannot actually substantiate. Ill-gotten money, they will go and use it to bribe the police, particularly the police hierarchy. If you go to various states in the country, see commissioners of police, they are being bribed. These Yahoo boys, they will go and bribe them. The government officials, this Yahoo boys is even better. Yes. What about these old men who are supposed to know how to tackle the menace in society, address the issue in society? Let's say the Yahoo boys are young people. They need to be directed. Yes, by those who say they are leaders. The young boys are not leaders. But we're talking about leaders who occupy one position or the other in the government, or who at one time or the other occupy such positions of authority. They go and begin to do evil things. They will go and break the law. Willfully, breaking the law willfully. You see, so that's why Nigeria will not be better. These men, they are people, when you see them, you know that Nigeria will not be better. So he has been kidnapped, abducted, tortured until the Commissioner of Police came to his rescue. If he is not somebody that is connected to the Commissioner of Police, he could have been buried alive like they threatened. Yes, because they threatened not to kill him, but to bury him alive. If not that he was connected or he's connected to the Commissioner of Police, they could have buried him alive like they have threatened, because it is not an empty threat. Those guys are, they have been, commissioned to do clandestine things, to do murky things that went here we hear it to do wuru, because those things are very dirty and actually, nocturnal in its entirety. All right, and so that's why we are talking about making sure that we get our freedom, where people like Umahi will not be a tyrant. Yes, will not be a tyrant, because there's no law in this country. The one we have already in place is feeble, weak to apprehend the rich, the mighty, the government officials, those in the corridors of power. The law in place is too feeble to apprehend them. It's too weak, short, and cannot catch them. So we crave for a society where equality will be the order of the day. Whether rich, poor, old, young, creed. It won't be a factor. Where you come from won't be a factor. Your state won't be a factor. Your origin. But what will matter is that you are a citizen with common heritage, common end. Yes, and that is what we are saying. So those who will come and cry tomorrow that the bag have done you this, the bag is doing this to you, remember what we are saying now. Yes, a vote for referendum is a vote for freedom, liberty, where you will stay, you will air your opinion, you will air your views, and nobody will target you for being a dissident. A dissident, yes.